Taurus, how are you? Let's do a reading for your current energy, shall we? As always, please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in this story. Now, I sure appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. And if you appreciate what I do here, help me out. Hit that like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really makes a difference to my channel. And I would love to see my channel continue to grow. All right, let's see. Taurus, we're starting out with the Knight of Wands to the World card. Interesting. So listen, the Knight of Wands is about exploring. It's about having a good time. It's about going out and doing things that you haven't done before. All right. If it indicates a person, I mean, this is somebody who has a life, who just a real free spirit kind of energy. Maybe this is somebody who you are dealing with, or maybe this is an energy that you want to start to feel inside of you. You know, that fire of like, I want to be happy. I want to explore. I want to take a chance. I want to do things I haven't done before. A lot of that comes with that energy of the Knight of Wands. But let's see what the overall message is for you here. Now, I feel as if, there's been a decision that you've had to make. All right, here's that crossroads here. In the recent past, we've got the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords says, I need to make a decision, because if not, things are going to get worse before they get better. All right, because we see these turbulent waters in the background, they're starting to kind of ripple. So there is this need for you to, really kind of do something, make a decision that you don't really want to make. And I'm saying you don't really want to make it because we do have the Tower card coming in. It is upside down. It's just like, I don't want to do this because it's going to change everything, right? This is a big decision, and this is the decision that shifts the energy between you, your family, your home life, whatever it is that's going on. This is going to change things, right? But the Fool is at the base of what's going on here. You are ready to go in a new direction, to make a new shift, take a chance like the Knight wants you to do and explore, something new. But with that, it will require an ending, all right? Because we do have the World card coming in here reversed, when we get to the point of the World card, this is the end of a cycle and the beginning of a brand new journey, a new era, so to speak. But it's based on this decision you have to make, right? Right, Taurus? So what's above you? What is the problem here with this decision? We've got the Seven of Wands alongside the Emperor reversed. All right, so the Seven of Wands says, I don't know how to approach this person, this situation. Now, the Emperor could be your father, it could be a person, it could be somebody you work for. It's almost as if you just don't know how to say what you have to say to this person, because they will probably not want you to leave. They will probably not want you to make this decision that you want to make. And that's why you've been avoiding doing this, because you know how they are going to respond. And I think that's been your holdup, is someone else's response to what you want to do. Let's think about that for just a moment. You are being held up by someone else's wants and needs and desires for you, rather than you doing it for yourself. So there is that's probably why you haven't made this decision, because you know that the minute you say something, it's going to just kind of ripple into this other dynamic that, you've been trying to avoid, right? But listen, you're not happy, okay? You're not happy. Here we have the Ten of Cups coming in reverse. Nobody's happy. You need to make this change, whether they like it or not. And you, like I said, you keep avoiding this. You keep avoiding making this change because of fear of what the ripple effect is afterwards, even though you know that change is important for you, all right? So you've got to look at what you need to do. It's not about the other person right now. It's about what you need to do. You are the one that needs to make this decision because you're not really happy at all right? And you may be dealing with somebody who has a lot of power and a lot of control of your life. And when we're in that kind of a situation, I mean, think about it as work, it's just like if you were to leave this job, right? Maybe you have a very important position. The ripple effect, again, let's talk about that. The ripple effect is like, wow, if I leave, then that's going to leave this seat open. And who's going to do all of the things that I was doing? You can't worry about that. I mean, honestly, you cannot worry about what will happen if you leave. You can only worry about what you need to do when you leave. You moving forward, not them. All right. So there is a strong need for you to tap into what you want. All right. The Hermit here has come in reverse. It says you need to sit with yourself. You need to take the time. You need to look inside. You need to, really kind of process everything. There's a lot of wisdom with this Hermit, and if you stop and you sit with it, you will start to really be able to find some clarity in why you really need to make this decision. All right. The clouded areas start to go away when you start to gain that inner wisdom from deep inside of you. You know you're not happy. We see that. We know that you haven't been able to speak up and say what you need to say. We see that here. But I also see that, you really want to start a whole new chapter. And you want to go in a whole new direction. And you want it to be about you. This is about your future. Right, Taurus? Here's the Queen of Pentacles, Earth energy. This is about you looking towards your future, what you need to do, what your wants are for your security. You want to feel grounded and secure, and you want to be abundant, and, you want to have all those things, because the Queen of Pentacles, there is no worry. The house is running smooth. The family is taken care of. The bills are being paid. There's money in the bank. I mean, she's got it all together. And that's how you want it to be, right? So I feel as if, the need for you to make a big shift and a big change, is about your future and your security, right? Now, I do have this energy of the King of Cups over here. Now, I don't know who this guy is in your life here, but this is a wonderful energy. This is a wonderful person. This is somebody who, either you have met, or it could be a father figure, or it's a friend. But I feel as if, they too see that there is a need for you to make a shift. So, if you do have someone like that, this King of Cups, because it's an older person, all right? This is a king. He's not a page. This is somebody who emotionally is very solid and very grounded. And I feel as if, this is someone that you can confide in. Maybe this is somebody who will give you some food for thought. In why it is that you choose not to bring the tower down. Because I feel as if this king says, listen, you know what you need to do. And if you don't continue to make some changes and, start thinking more about you rather than them, things are only going to continue to get worse. Those troubled waters that are behind you, they will ripple and they will raise the water level higher. And now we're in these stormy waters, these stormy seas. So, I just feel as if there is someone who is with you, who understands why you need to make this decision. All right. And this is this person. Because I think they will weigh out everything that you need to really look at, that you don't want to look at with this Hermit, so that you can find that ground. Because at the end of the day, it's about your future that you are thinking about, maybe for your family, the things that you're going to need. These are really big energies because you need to make this change, because you just can't keep going in the direction that you are going with. So that's what I've got for you, Taurus. Please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. I sure appreciate each and every one of you. And if you appreciate what I do here, help me out. Hit that like button right there. All right? Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Really makes a difference to my channel. And I'd love to see my channel continue to grow. So with that being said, hit that like button. Be happy, be healthy, be kind. I'll see you later. Bye now.